performances, both here and afar.
Yeah, he's been really making moves lately, and you can't deny that he's earned his spot at the top today. So,
I mean, he's been consistently clawing his way to proving he's one of the best that Long Island has to offer. And he was already like a shining gem of the island before, but now he's like really stomping the yard, like trying to prove his mettle is not just best here on Long Island, but like some of the best that New York has to offer. And that is no small feat.
The real question that I think we're going to have to answer is, who will Stocktaker be going against Chris?
So, I heard him say he wanted to go all Fox today, and I know that is just not true. I've seen his Wolf. I have heard of his Sephiroth. I'd like to see the Sheik, but it's Sephiroth that he leads off with, and I think this makes a ton of sense. I think Sephiroth's able to occupy airspace very safely against Ness, and that is pivotal to being able to at least check some of Ness's buttons as presented by Chris.
I feel like Sephiroth is kind of a tricky matchup for... I feel like Ness is a tricky matchup for Sephiroth. Like, one of your best neutral tools being the side B, little
The shadow
orbs.
flare.
Yeah.
The grapes.
Those things can be very, not risky to use, but they're not as free as other matchups, because if Ness finds an opening to like get off a quick side magnet, he can end up recovering a good deal of health and negating your advantage that you get. So he'll have to use a lot more sword and a lot less side B, I think.
Which isn't asking too much from Sephiroth, given how really good up air and forward air are for this matchup.
Yeah, and back air too.
Oh, back air is super good too, but I feel like Chris is going to be able to stay mobile enough that he doesn't really have to worry about it too much. Although it remains to be seen. The damage looking kind of even as we start things off on Final Destination.
That's right. You know, one thing I also think is going to play a factor in this matchup is Ness is not exactly a huge character, and if he can take advantage of the fact that he has a pretty low crouch, you know, just using, like that, like in the corner, crouching, really strong because it forces a forward tilt rather than like a good aerial. And, clipped into the stage there with the PK Thunder, and that's going to result in an early stock for Chris.
Very rare that we see him miss up off-stage play in that manner, but hey, he's human still. It do be like that. Not the worst of situations to come back from either. Only just now popping the wing for Sephiroth.
Nice roll read, gets a nice PK fire into a back air. Cleaning up that stock. So despite the mistake, Chris kind of evening this out.
You know, in a lot of situations there, I feel like we'll see him take out the yo-yo and like just try to hold that. You can't afford to do that against Sephiroth. Octoslash rips you apart if you try to just linger a button over there.
Not only that, but he can kind of wall climb into the stage with that forward air. So kind of not really an option until you've exhausted all of his resources.
A little tiptoe back. Okay.
Yeah, just kind of walked out of that one. Looking like his victory screen, just walking away from the fire.
I mean, he's potentially in for a long set ahead of us. Like I said, this is a best of 5. And Stocktaker, while very effective on the sticks, is not exactly known for playing quickly. So definitely a test of stamina as well as skill.
Oh, man. That was a scary position to be in.
Got to defend your knees, man.
Yeah. Could have taken a bat to the knee. Talk about an even game. Look at the percents.
Yeah, no. Actually, it's practically dead even, although I do feel like it leans in favor of Stocktaker, not just by presence of the wing, but also take note that a lot of the interactions are Stocktaker retreating and Chris initiating. Like, Stock is forcing a cat-and-mouse style game, and I feel like that benefits him pretty well.
Quick yo-yo from the ledge. Tiptoe between stocks.
All right. Kid's a clown. Gotta love it. I feel like Long Island has always had like a pedigree of top players being like very goofy characters.
Yeah. So
Chris entering that echelon is honestly of no surprise to me.
Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor. I feel like Stocktaker's finding a hard time to land any sort of like combo at all. Like, he hasn't gotten like down throw, like back air, down throw, any sort of aerial.
I think it's because of what you mentioned earlier. It's just like Ness small.
Yeah, Ness is small and hard to hit, and he can't rely as much on what were they called? The orbs?
The Shadow Flare. As we already seen, Chris managed to slurp up one of the orbs as it entered his Psi Magnet.
I mean, it's not like it's going to give him tons of health, but it's just the fact that you can't rely on it.
Yeah, no, there's like so many reasons why it ends up not working out. A very silly movement because of Octaslash.
See that momentum?
Yeah.
So strange. Forward tilt? Yeah.
Because like he wants to move forward with Psi Magnet anyways. It adjusts his movement in a way to make it ambiguous how he's approaching. It has a hitbox. He can combo out of the hitbox.
And it heals you.
Yeah,
what more could you want?
He has all of the reason in the world to be utilizing Psi Magnet.
I feel like it does your taxes, like is a joke made about lots of moves in the game. But Psi Magnet in this matchup literally does your taxes.
Yeah, no, this one tucks you in and gives you a little kiss on the forehead.
Yeah, just by the nature of it has a hitbox and it heals. Like that's crazy. And wow, what a weird way to end that game. Just run off really low forward air, almost dying in the process, but managed to keep alive for just long enough.
No, I think that was really smart from Stocktaker too, because like that whole game he was playing, it was really safe, just really methodical, nothing exciting.
Yeah.
And at the end, dive off, press a button.
Yeah, he knows when to turn it up. You know.
Also here for the hat gang.
Yeah, both guys wearing hats.
Smash GG and Pineapple.
Ness wearing a hat as well.
Spam in the chat which hat you support. I'm here for personally Pineapple Gang myself.
Yeah, Team Pineapple seems to be the way to go.
And with that, game 2 back to FD. I think a pretty smart pick from Chris. I feel like he doesn't want too much space for Stocktaker to potentially run away with. He also has to keep in mind in case Stocktaker wants to switch off. Because if all of a sudden you're playing on a stage that's going to favor Wolf.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was going to say, I don't think Sephiroth's doing well on other stages that I had in mind, but maybe those are stages that Wolf does do well, so hard to say.
It's a really interesting call because I know Stocktaker doesn't do this intentionally, but there is a certain level of meta play at hand when you have a player like Stock who's proficient in multiple characters and you play in a competitive format where you pick stage first. So you benefit super hard from being able to proficiently play multiple characters because if you get picked into a stage that you're not feeling comfortable with, surprise, we take out the gun instead of the sword. Oh, we're just going to dash through that. Okay. Stock on the hunt, trying to even up this stock deficit.
Really good job from Chris making sure that Stocktaker didn't get to play with the one wing for that long because obviously the longer that he has access to that, the more damage he's going to do.
Yeah, you know how competitors, they have that blood in the water kind of mentality whenever Joker has Arsene?
Yep.
I feel like they should have that like tenfold for when Sephiroth has the wing.
I mean, I don't know if I would say that Sephiroth with wing is like better than...
Oh, no, that's all comparative. But,
yeah.
I mean, hey, you don't need a wing if your opponent's just going to be flopping around at the bottom of the stage.
Yeah.
Unfortunate movement does even up the stock count with minimal damage built up onto Stocktaker.
You'll have to hit me with the name of the move, but that neutral B, another move that I kind of forgot in this matchup.
That one's also called Flare. Flare, Mega Flare, Giga Flare.
I see. Okay, well, Flare of whatever variety.
Yummy.
Seems like a kind of a miss in this matchup. You have to force a real low recovery in order to get use out of that, because if you're going to just see the Psi Magnet from ledge, then he's healing, what, 100 health? Like,
yeah, I think it's one of those things where the threat of it is greater than the actual thing.
Yeah. Although, I will say, from watching Stocktaker in the past, he is not really a fan of that move. He'll, like, cancel it more than he'll throw it.
Yeah, no, I really do feel like it's because threatening that button has more value than actually, like, pulling the trigger on it.
Yes and no. There's matchups where characters can just not have a way to get around a big, gigundo hitbox.
It is definitely Wumbo.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about Wumbo. That back air actually almost killing from out deep.
Yeah, but now instead we've got Chris with max rage. Let's see how much extra credit he can get here.
If he can manage.
He's now in control. It's Stocktaker in the corner. So if Chris can keep this up,
why are we air dodging? We're getting hit. That was a great nair from Chris.
Yeah, that was like when you recognize that they're out of an air dodge and they're kind of in a panic situation, just go and throw something, and Chris take advantage of that. That was really smart.
Oh, yeah, you messed up.
Yep. So, yeah, an unfortunate misinput from Stocktaker means that Chris now, with a game of his own under the belt.
That's the 1-1 count. Sephiroth stays on the board as we move to PS2. Interesting. I'm curious to see how dedicated that Stocktaker is to playing Seph tonight. Because normally Sephiroth will sort of, like, burn out his oil and then switch into Wolf. Sometimes Fox if he's feeling like it, but this deep in bracket, you rely on Wolf.
I don't even know if Wolf necessarily like is going to perform better than Sephiroth, just in terms of like.
Oh no! On paper, I think Seph is the play. Like I've told Stocktaker this multiple times, and consistent viewers of our stream will know I'm a big fan of Sephiroth.
I'm not as much of a believer in the character, but this matchup, despite losing some tools in the form of his like energy-based projectiles, that sword is just doing a great job. And you can pretend you're Marth for a little while, and that might be good enough in the matchup. So
definitely. Although I think Chris had a really swift start to this game. So it's going to be more on Stocktaker being proactive in the matchup, and forcing forward isn't really something we've had to see Stock do so far in the set.
Yeah.
Well, it's looking like flavor of the week is forward tilt.
I mean, he's playing it like he would play Wolf, you know, kind of throw out back airs when they're in the corner and then mix up some forward tilts when you think they're going to stay grounded. It's tried and true ledge pressure, and Stocktaker knows how to make it work.
Let's see, even with the air dodge, I think that's too deep. Yeah, Chris not going to be able to do it. Really good job.
Yeah, Stocktaker kind of forced all options out of Chris there, so let's see how Chris can even this one out. Rather, Stocktaker can even this one out. Some big damage off dash attack. I can't believe how much that does. And then comboing into the up air. Jesus.
Yeah, it's such a good button.
Yeah.
Really good dash attack, too. How to get Shades of Wolf off that? You know how dash attack starts his stuff.
Yeah. He loves characters with good dash attacks. Like, he likes playing Meta Knight for fun. Like, also Fox, great character for the good dash attack, you know.
Hold forward and press a button is the Stocktaker way.
Yeah, I mean, hold forward isn't always his mantra, but in this case it is. Gets the wing off of that PK fire, and we'll see how much that pays off here. Looks like he's not really changing up the game plan.
The battle staying really grounded, I think, actually heavily favors Chris because you don't get a chance to see those really good Seph buttons.
Yeah, on the ground, while forward tilt is a solid move, it's not exactly quick, and it still fights for some range.
Oh, that's sending outwards. You are gone, buddy.
Trip to the blast zone. Yeah, that was some bad decision making, I think, from Chris. Not necessarily anything that like could have been avoided once in the situation. I think the decision making process was just bad from the start. Going out there like that was not good.
I think the catalyst was a whiffed forward smash and a wayward air dodge from Stocktaker. Regardless, situation did manage to even itself up, but now the tempo of the match shifted a bit into a higher gear.
Yeah.
And that could spell curtains for Chris because these Seph buttons come in much quicker.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you see that interaction right there. That's why I like this matchup. Missing the PK fire because he's too far away. Meanwhile, Stocktaker just does a jump and a forward air, and yeah. That's the painful stuff in this matchup, for sure. Up air?
Yeah, another forward tilt.
That range. That range.
Methodical and deadly. Game 3 going in favor of Stocktaker. And that's why I think like Chris has to be very mindful of the tempo this match plays at. Because if it's too slow, then you're just sort of getting camped out by forward air and forward tilt. If it's too fast, well, then you get punished for landing or just jumping in the wrong way as Ness.
Yeah. I think he's got to do a better job of playing that inside boxing kind of game because right now, Stocktaker's doing such a good job of maintaining the right distance for the matchup, making sure that there's one sword length between the characters at all times. So Chris needs to close that gap.
Insert joke about social distancing here.
Sure. I mean, the thing is like 6 feet, 7 feet.
It's a long-ass sword.
It's actually longer than that. How long is that thing?
There is a canonical length to it. Like, Masamune does have, like, an obscenely long length.
I mean, Sephiroth himself has to be at least 6 feet tall.
He's huge!
The sword's longer than him, so that means 8, 9 feet?
I just find it funny that he can't hold the sword right.
No.
Canonically, he has to hold it with his left hand.
Oh, nice parry. Got the back air as a result.
One thing you got, like, even if you don't play Ness, even if you're not especially a fan of Chris, like, you can, I feel like anyone can learn, like, how to properly utilize parrying from watching this kid. Because it's not enough just to get the timing right on releasing your shield. It's knowing what options you have out of it. Because sometimes he'll just run away out of a parry. Other times, he'll know just when the right time to press forward is and with what button.
Yeah, and that was a really nice way to hold that ledge, the up smash at the ledge. Put him in a great position here, but it looks like he's worked himself into the corner now. So, down smash. That's a move we don't see a lot from Stocktaker. I feel like if Chris was shielding more, that would be a really smart move. But
definitely. Oh, Octoslash this time. Chris learned his lesson.
bonk.
Yeah, no, like actually just like go to ledge. Can he get a recovery bonk with that? Yes, he can. Really good angles on that.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more runoff counter from Stocktaker. Literally such a good way to prevent low recoveries.
For a normal counter, I would agree. For Scintilla, I don't know because it's a really weird counter.
Of course, of course. Definitely a strange one, but like if he puts it out in the right way, I think he can get some free kills, but might not need it. Looks like he's already doing a great job now. Only 2 stocks away from winning this set and landing himself a spot in grand finals.
There's the magnet. You healed nothing, but I like the idea.
He healed some damage. He was at like 4. Oh, he keeps it going. Chris tried to push himself back towards the center, and yeah.
Yo-Yo dropping off the plat a tiny bit actually came in clutch there.
Yeah.
So wonky. You know, it's so weird to like think of a time when like that didn't do that.
Where what didn't do what?
Up smash and down smash don't drop past the ledge in other iterations of Smash. Meanwhile, here they do, and like it's invaluable to occupying space off of ledges. I guess in this situation, off plats. Just a little reminiscing, I suppose.
I kind of forgot it didn't do. I mean,
it looks like it should though, and now it does, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess so. Really solid buttons from Chris and a wayward air dodge. Seph don't got the recovery for that. That was just an excellent play from Chris.
That's twice now in this set that Stocktaker's lost a nice lead due to those air dodges off stage. But maybe he'll find a way to close this one out and even it up.
Hey, there you go. Just jump in front of PK Thunder. I guess there's your Scintilla.
Just like I drew it up.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Just like Mama used to make.
Yep. Oh, try to get a little too greedy with that quick recovery. That wing's coming in clutch here, but the percent just keeps stacking up. And, oh, Chris went for a greedy yo-yo. And
he just completely aimed wrong.
I mean, obviously he wanted to go to ledge there. But
I mean, yeah, no, the camera actually moved away. It was like, good luck, buddy. All right, that's the 2-1 count currently to Chris, right?
2-2.
2-2. No, we got the game 5.
Yeah.
This game and the previous game went by really quick.
They have been fast.
Compared to games 1 and 2, they were just sort of like the slow burn.
Yeah.
And it looks like game 5 is looking to really kick it up a notch as we pick into Yoshi's story.
I don't know how I feel about this choice, though. I mean, Ness does like the triplats for his... you can do some drag down, up air combos. You can do some crazy stuff. Sephiroth gaining a lot because the stage itself is small and the sword covers a larger percentage of the play zone. But, like... yeah, I don't know. Back throw from Ness is going to kill it like 100 now. Like, you got to be careful here.
Yeah, no, this is definitely high risk, high reward kind of pick, although I feel like that almost kind of matches Stocktaker.
Yeah.
He's been playing really safe lately, which is also emblematic of his play, at least his good play, I should say. But when he's allowed to just sort of rush forward on top of his opponent, it's like, yeah, this makes sense. This checks out.
I think as long as he plays clean, he'll come out on top this set. Ooh, nice. I'm glad he's starting to mix that in.
Lots of damage from Scintilla as well.
Also up tilt, a move we haven't seen.
Yeah, he's not really a fan of it in spite of the fact that it's a really good anti-air. And it could potentially kill.
Yeah, it's strong and quick. But yeah, I think... ooh, nice, nice. Force the air dodge, and that gets the stock. But, oh, good recovery. Almost didn't make that back in time.
The slants of the ledges actually does help a little bit, making Octoslash come in closer.
That's true.
Also, the wall allows him to stall a little bit if he spikes his forward air into the stage.
That's true. There's a lot of things to gain as Sephiroth on this stage.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to see the pick, you know?
It's the little things that matter, and they add up very quickly, I feel. Oh, we're trying to get another Scintilla in. Is he going to die for it?
Yeah, got a little greedy there, but honestly, if it paid off, it would have paid off big. So I don't blame him for getting greedy. Although I will say that so far in this set, there have been a lot of SDs and stuff off stage from Stocktaker, and so far the 2 games he's lost have been due to SDs. So I'd hate to see that way. I'd hate to see this game end the same way.
Yeah, Chris has grown very confident as of late in playing off stage with people. So it is a rather big gambit to try to pilot your character around off stage with hopes of getting Chris dead. Sephiroth's definitely got the tools for it, and that was just a beautiful conversion from Stocktaker coast to coast. The wing gets it done.
The wing helped so much there, increasing his run speed and like making sure he got that big forward air confirm. But like, man, let's also just talk about the fact that like Stocktaker went from 0 to 120 all off stage. Chris had kind of edge guarded him the entire time on the right side of the stage that last stock, and man, it paid off huge. Never let anyone tell you like ledge trapping is not something worth practicing, because that's where you get all your damage.
Yeah.
So now we've got a last stock situation here in Game 5, and it looks like Chris feeling a little uncomfortable, kind of stuck on these platforms. Stocktaker controlling the pace for sure. Another forward air. Oh, he almost got that third forward air, and that would have been huge. Nice parry from Chris. Lets him get a big back air.
All right, both players just moving in aggressively as they're trying to take this W. Wayward Buttons, we're just going to snap our problems away. Stocktaker taking command of center stage. Although he's going to eat plenty of damage for it.
Ooh, the wing. Oh, my God. That tech roll situation was so nerve-wracking. But now that he's got the wing, I want to see how Stocktaker manages to take advantage of this.
Dude, the guts on Chris for trying to space back air to back air while Sephiroth swings his giant sword. And Ness got the little Reeboks going.
Oh, man. Missing that forward air because the low profile meant that Stocktaker almost ended up in a tricky spot there. That shield is so dead.
There's that situation we're talking about. We don't see down smash enough, but it pressured him plenty to get in the air, get the kill. Sephiroth does it as Stocktaker takes winner's side to grand finals. We'll be seeing him later on. Chris is going to have to get his run back by fighting someone from losers, and we're going to determine that someone now